students, welcome to biology class. We have studied the different processes of digestion. For what the digestion takes place? Yes, after digestion, our complex food materials converted into simple, easily absorbable forms. Where do the digestion completes? The digestion completes in small intestine. So in small intestine, the small absorbable or simpler forms of nutrients are present. Then from there, these nutrients have to reach to various parts of our body. Then from small intestine, these nutrients have to reach into the blood capillaries or lacteals. How do the nutrients from the small intestine absorbed into blood and lymph? Yes, there are processes behind these. We are discussing about the different processes that helps in the absorption of nutrients from small intestine to blood or lymph. Now you observe this video.
Yes, you can see the movement of molecules from a higher concentrated region to a lower concentrated region. Up to which stage this flow continues? Yes, when it is in equilibrium, that will stop. This is called simple diffusion. So the movement of molecules from higher concentration towards a lower concentration, that is called simple diffusion. The absorption of fatty acid and glycerol to lacteal takes place by this process. Spread of odor in air, then spread of ink in water, these are all examples for simple diffusion. Then let's observe the other video. The diffusion of some molecules takes place with the help of some protein molecules in cell membrane. This process is called facilitated diffusion. So what is the difference between simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion? In simple diffusion, the molecules move from higher concentration to lower concentration, but in facilitated diffusion, the help of protein molecules that are present in cell membrane in that process, and that is called facilitated diffusion. For example, the absorption of glucose, fructose, galactose and some amino acids into the blood capillaries takes place by this process. Now let's observe another video. Then what is happening here? When the raisins put in some water, what will happen to that raisins? Yes, we know that will swell. What is the reason behind that? Yes, here water molecules enter to the raisins, so they become swell. And this is the example for another process that is called osmosis. Let's observe this video. Here you can see, here also the movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. But here there is a membrane that is called a semi-permeable membrane. What is meant by semi-permeable membrane? Yes, that allows the passage of only some molecules. In this case, only water is moving through this semi-permeable membrane. Otherwise, we can say semi-permeable membrane allows the passage of only water molecules. That's why water passes or moves from higher concentration to lower concentration. It does not allow the passage of other molecules. So, this process of absorption, that is called osmosis. So what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of molecule from higher to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. And this also happen along with the concentration gradient. The absorption of water takes place by this osmosis. So the processes simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion and osmosis, this happens along the concentration gradient. That means from higher concentration to lower concentration. So is there any need of energy? No. There is no need of energy for this transport. So they are examples for passive transport. Okay, observe the another video. So here in some cases, the absorption of molecule takes place against the concentration gradient. Molecules are absorbed from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration by utilizing energy and with the help of carrier proteins. This process is called active transport. Here it is against the concentration gradient. When the concentration of glucose, salts, etc. decreases in the small intestine, absorption takes place by active transport, because at that time also we need glucose, salts like that. So the concentration of glucose and salts are very low in small intestine, yet our cells absorb these nutrients through this active transport. Thus, based on the requirement of the cell, maximum glucose and salts enter blood without any loss, and this needs energy. So now you understand the processes which helps in the absorption of simple nutrients. Okay. So study well. Don't forget to note in your science diary. Okay, thank you.